Hi, this is Mike Levine of Audiofanzine. I am here at the Line 6 booth at Summer NAMM, and I'm talking to Marcus Ryle, the president and founder of Line 6. And Marcus, let's hear about your new processor.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Happy to show you guys the Helix. This is our new flagship processor from Line 6. We set out to make the ultimate guitar processor, and it's been over 5 years in development because we developed a whole new DSP engine, a whole new modeling technology, we call it HX modeling, where we've modeled down to the component level of incredible amps and effects.
So these sounds are completely new. They're not like pod on steroids. This is completely new.
No, it's completely new. I mean, we never really consider our job to be done. We've been doing it longer than anyone. It's been 20 years now that we've been doing modeling, and we've learned so much, and the power of DSPs have gotten so much greater. We decided we just need to start from scratch so that we can truly capture the feel and tone. And really, I like to think of it as just transcending technology. A guitar player shouldn't have to think if something's digital or analog or what kind of processor it is. If you just pick it up and play it and it feels awesome, then you know it's doing its job.
And I gathered that part of the idea of this is it's going to be very user-friendly, correct?
That's another really hard thing to do. If you want to make something so powerful where you can route anything to anything and so on, making it easy to use is pretty difficult. So we spent a lot of time on that too. So I can walk you through how basic the operation is. With the mode switch, I decide whether the buttons are going to select presets, where I see all my preset names, or if it's going to select effects on off, like so. And I can see in the display the effects turning on and off. Now to edit something, a lot of devices end up making you read a whole owner's manual and go through pages and pages to find stuff. Here, we actually made it so each of the foot switches are touch sensitive. So if I wanted to change my phase shifter parameters, I can just touch this and I see my phase shifter parameters right here on the display. I want to change my reverb. Now I'm adjusting my reverb decay right here on this knob. So it makes it extremely easy to edit any parameters you want.
So, wow, that's very impressive, because that is one of the problems with really powerful pedals, is that there's too many menus to go through, and it's hard to do it live, you know.
Exactly.
So what do you have in terms of models in here? Can you tell quickly a little bit about the amps and effects?
Absolutely. There's a great set in here. I can actually show you the list. When you go to select a model, I can go through, for example, this set of guitar amp models right here. You can see the various collections we have. It's a great assortment of classics, you know, some that we've had in our previous products, but we've remodeled them from scratch. So if you want a classic Plexi or you know, a Tweed, twin sounds, there's models of all these great classics, plus some new ones. We've got some nice models of Bogners and a number of others. There's a whole list of them on our website that you can go through. The cabinets are all new models as well. They're great impulse responses where you can adjust. You can select from a number of microphones and the distance of the microphone, but the user can also load their own impulse responses, which is a very popular feature. You can actually have up to 4 impulse responses in your signal chain if you want, because the signal path is extremely versatile. It's actually 4 stereo paths to route pretty much anything you'd want, anywhere you want.
Well, hey, let's hear what it sounds like. What do you say?
Yeah. So here's just an example of a straight ahead Plexi model where you can hear Victor. You can hear how the dynamics are coming through. He can roll off on the volume and clean this amp up. Thanks. So first and foremost, it's about having great sound and great feel in the model.
Right, and it sounds, one of the things that to me always have been the Achilles heel of a lot of modelers are trying to get clean sounds that are authentic. You know, it's easy to get well, not easy, but it's easier to get the distorted ones. But to get a clean sound that sounds like, you know, you're playing through a Fender or something, it's not that easy. But speaking of which, can we hear a Fender sound?
Sure. Do you have let's see, this one's probably just a straight ahead clean twin model.
So now if for the live player wants to have preset effects chains and amp setups, and then also wants to be able to be in more of like a manual kind of mode where you can just turn on and off pedals.
Yeah.
Do you have both of those in here?
Absolutely. That's where the displays on the foot switches really come in handy. If I'm just selecting presets, I can see the name of 8 presets all at the same time, and I can change banks. I can set up, you know, my presets in whatever order I want very easily, and it actually could store 1,024 presets. So you're not going to run out of room for storing your presets.
What about the pedal here? I assume that's assignable to a million things.
It's assignable, and most of the time when things are assignable, again, you got to go through pages and pages.
Right.
So check this out. Let's say, okay, let's go to the amplifier, and let's say I want to adjust the amount of drive on my amp from the pedal. If I hold this button where the drive is, now I can say learn controller and just move this, and I'm done. Now, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but the drive parameters now changing when I move this expression pedal.
So you can assign any parameter to the pedal?
Any parameter to the pedal, and not just the pedal. I can assign parameters to foot switches. I've got 2 external external expression pedal jacks, or I could just as easily learn a MIDI controller. So whatever I wanted to assign to any parameter, it's that easy.
That's very impressive. What about I/O on the back? What do you got? What is out back there?
Really, really amazing. We really wanted Helix to be able to be how you want it to be used. So it could be your complete rig because it's so complete, but you also can integrate it with anything else you'd want. So there's 4 effects loops. I can create blocks anywhere in my signal chain. So if I've got my favorite analog pedal, I can always have it at the ready and actually program when it's going to be in and out and where it is in my chain.
Does it come in any kind of a case, or do you sell? Are you going to sell a case for it?
There's going to be a nice padded bag that you can buy for it. I'm sure a number of the case manufacturers will make custom cases for it. And we're also going to be coming out with a rack version. So for those who want to have it in a rack case, or maybe you're just using it in the studio and you don't really need the pedal unit, you get all the signal processing capabilities in a rack. And if you want to control that live, there's an optional Helix control pedal, which gives you all the displays on the foot switches for use with the rack unit.
And so are the prices different between the 2 units?
Actually, the rack and the pedal version are both $14.99.
And are they shipping now?
The pedal we expect to ship next month, be in August, and the rack will probably be a few months later.